go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the. Remember that song? Yeah, I mean, do you know how many people were like because they forgot something that my friend D1 said, which was that the devil can bless you too. So they took a whole pile of blessings from the devil and they said, "Oh my God, God is blessing me." And D1 is great. D1 said, "I think you on stage and you thanking God for giving you that Grammy for making that album called Die Nigga Die. You done made an album about murdering black people and getting high on drugs and all this other stuff. And you don't understand, you thanking the wrong person. You need to thank Satan for that award. He gave you that. Give credit where it's due, man." Out here lying. God didn't send you that. That was straight from the devil. And so at the end of the day, when you talk about money, I hope that you understand most of your investing has nothing to do with money, and money is it cannot be the sole determinant of what it means to have a successful life. The reason I want you to have the money though is because I need you to have the money so that you'll understand how to look past the money. Right? I want you to have the money because money fulfills very basic, very primitive needs for food, water, and security that are very important for you to even have the ability to be conscious all the time and to elevate. Almost like a child that goes to school every day and he's hungry. A child that goes to school every day and hasn't had breakfast, he's not capable of learning mathematics and science and everything else because he's hungry. His stomach's growling. Or maybe he's got to go to the bathroom. So you make sure he gets the food and you say, "Hey, you got to go pee?" And you say, "Yeah, okay, well, go to the bathroom real quick." You do those things. You got to knock out the basics so you can get to the higher level stuff, right? So these primitive needs are very important, but they're only important for as long as they're important. And then your goal is to get to the point where those primitive needs are not important anymore, and now you can get to the higher level needs. You can get to the things that really matter. Right? Okay, now we can get to your math assignment. Now we can get to the science and the history and everything else because you went to the bathroom. But the bathroom is not the most important thing in the world. So if the kid is walking around all day saying, "Yeah, I pee all the time. I love peeing. Let me show you how I pee. Let me show I was standing, I was doing this, man. I was bopping it, and then I ate a sandwich. And let me show you. Let me show you how many sandwiches I got to eat I get to eat sandwiches all day. That's a mental illness. When all you're doing is flexing on basic lower dimensional stuff, that shows me that you probably need to talk to a therapist because what's happened is that your deficiency has led you into one dimensional very almost myopic obsessive thinking about that one thing. Like, and this is what happens when we do our research on financial anxiety and stuff like that, is that we find that people who grew up without enough resources, and you went through the horrible pain of wanting things and desiring things and wishing you had nice shoes, wishing you had a Gucci belt like your cousin or whatever. Then what happens is people became sometimes they become fixated, they become locked. They can't go past, they can't go to level two, three, four, five because they're stuck on level one. You can give them $1 billion, and their whole obsession is, well, do I have enough money? Look at how much money I got. And you say, well, you didn't do your homework. Well, it don't matter. Look at how much money I got. More money than you. Well, you're not a good person, but I got money though. You know what I mean? Well, you're not a nice man. Well, that's all right. I'm flexing. Though. Let me show you my bank account. Let me show you my Robin Hood. Right? That's what happens when you are sort of deprived, right? And what I would say is that if you're in that category, I would encourage you to try to think outside of that and understand that money really is a pathway. It's a tool. It's a gateway.